Greetings to you all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending with your time zone. And of course, the time that you watch this video. How is everyone? I am good, as you can see, and I thank God for this beautiful moment. To you that is new here, welcome. Thank you so much for considering to subscribe to my channel. My returning subscribers, you're my favorite group of people. Asante sana for everything that you do for Mary TV. My moderators, those that have joined my membership, those that do super chat me, including everyone that does corrections for this channel. Remember, you're part of this family, and it's because of you that Mary TV is where it is. My guys, let me start with Brian. My people, I went all the way to Chacha Tales. Do you understand? By the way, I came to learn of Chacha Tales through Priska Sagati. Priska Sagati had gone to deliver a GoPro camera to Chacha. And then after that, I developed interest. I wanted to understand further, who is this Chacha? And when I went to his channel, I saw Chacha and Brian at a barber shop. And it was a treat from Chacha to Brian. A treat of lifetime. Guys, didn't you see the way the boy was well shaved? Did you see him getting a facial? Hey, Brian had a good time. And then in the comment section, there are those people that were like, why is this boy not in school? And schools are on in Kenya. Do you understand? Let me tell you something. Of course, I teach. And therefore, I want to let you know that not all students have reported, to school as we speak. There are those that are still at home. Maybe some do not have, basic needs like the kawaida shoppings. Some of them have not completed paying school fees and other reasons. Therefore, it is not only Brian that is at home. There are so many. Okay, that aside, what really impressed me is that Chacha made a reply, and I'm going to attach here. Yeah, this is the best position right here. So have a look at this comment from Chacha. And I'm going to leave it here for a few minutes so that you can, get to fathom the gist. Do you understand? Therefore, Chacha said, Brian will be going to school this coming Monday. By the time you watch this video, I believe it will be a Thursday because I'm shooting this video on a Wednesday night. Do you understand? Therefore, I'm excited. I'm so happy for the young boy. The young boy is heading to school on Monday. Shame on you, the naysayers, that are always saying the boy is not going anywhere. Shame on you, you adults like Mary TV, that cannot encourage a little boy like Brian. You are on his neck. I saw someone commenting, I don't know why they dropped such a comment. In that comment, the person said, Brian is too much, playing video games and all that. He's wasting time. Do you understand? And that is the time Chacha Tales wrote a message and said, Brian will be going to school on Monday. And this is to tell you that Marwa is a good planner. Marwa is very strategic. The construction has been ongoing. While on the other hand, we have this matter to do with school that they are planning. Personally, as Mary TV, I can't wait to see this boy in school. Do you understand? So it is what it is. Let's move on to Marwa. Marwa has done a lot. And guys, there are so many people that are coming in just to appreciate Marwa for the work that he's doing. And I'm so happy you all resonate with what I said in my last video before this one. There's one thing that I wanted to make it clear. And I'm happy because you are in agreement with me, and especially, Team Marwa. Without Marwa, there's no project. Remember, it is Marwa that people know. It is him that people trust and believe in. Therefore, they'll send money to Marwa, whether you like it or not. There's no way they're going to send money to any person. And I'm so happy, people are coming out to tell Marwa you're doing good. There's a person that sent $100, for Marwa to just go and eat. In Kenya we say kupigia mwili pole. Do you understand? Like after working hard, sometimes you need to go and pamper yourself. Go to a spa, feel good. That is what the subscriber said. There's another subscriber that gave Priska Sagati some money to take to Marwa. And the money is meant for Marwa, not even for construction. And I remember Marwa, the way Marwa is. Marwa was questioning, are you sure? Like this money is mine? Because Marwa does not want confusion. Marwa does not want people to come out here and say, oh, Marwa ate money for grandma's construction, blah, blah. Marwa insisted, Are you sure you heard very well what the subscriber said? Is the money meant for me? Do you understand? And one thing that I really wanted to pass across in this video is that people will talk, people will try to bring Marwa down, people will shout on top of their voices. But at the end of the day, the people that love Marwa, hey, you cannot meet such people in a lifetime, you as an individual. But for Marwa, this is a brand. These are people that have seen his growth. How many times have I said this? From the time he was in Colombia, he came and started, traveling all over the world. These people have been watching him. Do you get it? These are the people that saw Marwa sleeping on streets for the sake of saving that extra shilling to ensure that he tours the world. These are people that have seen Marwa literally sleeping in airports, bus stations. These are people that have seen Marwa sleeping in hostels. Do you understand? Like, he does not go to a posh place like a tourist hotel. Operating in a tight budget. And these are people that have, they know the story of Marwa as a child. They understand who Marwa is. They understand all the challenges that Marwa faced as a child. And therefore, they're so happy for him. They're so ready to support him. The other day I had the lady from Bungoma, she was being sarcastic because there's a subscriber of Marwa that dropped a comment. And the comment was something like this, I'm paraphrasing. This person said, we will keep on supporting Marwa until we die. And Carrot was like, who does that? Like, why would these people feel like they need to give Marwa their money? Do you understand? And that tells you that by the time a person starts giving you their hard-earned cash, there's something they see in you, there's a connection, they like what you do, and they trust you. Otherwise, my people, why are we even struggling on these streets? Tell me, how would people send to you money over millions of shillings if they don't trust you? You tell me. There are so many people that come here on YouTube street to ask for help, and nobody's helping them. Do you understand? But for Marwa, it has been different. I'm so proud of what I'm seeing. Wow, the tiling is fantastic. There's someone who told me they don't like me using the word fantastic. But anyway, I've used it. Excuse me. The tiling has been well done. I'm trying to imagine. Grandma will be like, is she dreaming? I'm so certain. If today you go and sit down with Grandma and interview her, she'll tell you she has never thought of having such a house in her lifetime. Just imagine the other time at the start of the year, Grandma was, sleeping in a madhouse. Do you understand? But within a short time, we see all these changes. Guys, when you look at the house, it is so cute. And it is through Marwa's people. I can see the smile in Grandma. When Grandma, the first time when the construction was about to begin, Grandma was kinda, sad and all that. But look at her now. She can smile a little bit here and there. I saw, who was it? One of the kids taking Grandma to hospital. I hope she's doing fine. I think I saw that video during the day today. That is on today on Wednesday. That is when I saw the video. I hope she's doing fine. And guys, let me tell you, one thing that the naysayers are really struggling hard to accept is that majority of people that are influencers, they don't do anything for their communities. That is a fact. We have so many influencers, including in this village where I come from. But in this village where I come from, we have an influencer, a very big influencer, right here in Kenya. But they have never done anything to this community. I've never seen them introducing anyone to content creation. In fact, there's a time we were trying to reach out to that person so that they could boost our channels when we had started. But it never happened, like never. Like we can't access such people. But Marwa has gone beyond. Marwa is not just your average content creator. This is a person that has so many subscribers. I was looking at his Facebook channel. It is doing so good. It is picking up very fast. And that is one thing that the naysayers, with all their hatred, cannot accept. They want to compete with Maro. And we say in Swahili, I'm not going to use the Swahili wording, let me just say it in English. There's this saying or a proverb in Swahili that says you cannot compete with an elephant to poo. Do you understand? Because, you know, an elephant is so big. That means that wherever the poo comes from, because I know you understand the bum bum, is kind of big, or rather bigger. You, a normal person, that place where the poo comes out is small. So if you want to compete with the elephant in pooing, you will burst. We say in Kiswahili, utapasuka msamba. Like, you'll burst. That place will burst. Do you understand? I don't want to be to use dirty language here. You understand the tingo, but I hope you get what I'm saying. You will burst. You'll eventually end up hurting yourself. And that is why competing with Marwa is hard. The only thing that these people should do is to make peace with themselves and cross over and spread love and positivity. Look at the celebration that was done in Grandma's home on Sunday, guys. Just soda and nyama has brought a lot of drama. I ask myself, do these people need soda? Maybe they should reach out to Michael N. so that Michael N can donate to them. You know, the way they are saying it, they are exaggerating. Do you think it is the first time those people are seeing soda? They are coming, you know, in contact with soda. Do you think it is the first time Maro is throwing a party? How many times have we seen Maro doing the same thing? And remember, these are Maro's people. People have been coming out to support in one way or the other. There's a person that said, take this money, buy that. Another one says, take my money and do ABCD. Why would you feel like the soda thing, you know, is something that you should make fun of? You know, and you're adults. That is what I don't understand. You don't want to be practical. What is it? What is it? Just sodas that were bought. How much is a crate of soda, OT, JT? How much is a crate of soda? Do you understand? I know you know the price. You know, nowadays soda is not like in the past. You know, in the past, things to do with chapati, soda, you know, these were delicacies that were meant for Christmas. But now these people can afford. Now, why would you feel bad? Because you know, Maro subscriber has sent him money to motivate his people. Why would you want to come out and say people are fighting? Did you see them fighting? How can you fight over soda? And the sodas were enough. I don't know there were how many crates. Please drop your comment here, let me know. Look at the nyama and the supu. People enjoyed. Those children, the portions that they were given was enough. Let me make this clear. Like, for example, I want to capture while serving for 1 minute. Once I'm done with the 1 minute, it doesn't mean that the serving has come to an end. It is just common sense, my people. Why do these people come out and tell lies? And their subscribers buy. Do you understand? You can't be shooting literally everything. You capture what you want to share. And like, you can't capture the whole serving. And I find it funny when they come out to talk about the way people are fighting over sodas. I had one talking about the way the children were underfed, or those children are not given enough food, or if you invite people's children in a party, you should give them, you know, large sums of food. And I was like, hold on, Coco Mama, are you crazy? Why would you want your child to be overfed in a party? Do you understand? You know, you just need to eat some portion, not necessarily huge portion. That is what I'm trying to tell you, my people. And the other thing is that Marwa, of course, when the money was sent to him, did he deliver what the subscribers wanted? Yes, he did. Remember, he bought what they wanted. He shared with these people. I also saw there was the digging of the borehole. I don't know. And guys, I always want to tell you so that you have this at the back of your mind. Everything that we'll see and hear in this video depends with when you will watch this video. Maybe I may have missed something because I know, of course, today something must happen in Grandma's construction site. I don't know whether it is the handing over or whatever. So it will depend with the time that you will watch this video. So if there's anything that is not up to date, you will have to understand me. Okay, I was talking about the borehole. I saw the borehole being, they were digging the borehole and all that, and I told you in my previous video, Uncle Mo had made such a, a suggestion, so that grandma, she will have her house. She'll not be forced to walk for a long distance looking for water. Her work will just be getting water from the borehole, which is a plus. Remember when they started this construction, they did not have any intention of getting water for her. But because they have seen the need, they are working on it. Those people that are coming out to criticize this move, they are saying Maro wants more money from his people. It doesn't make sense. Why would they construct a big house for grandma and let her walk for kilometers to get water? Because what I understand is that the neighbors are not willing to give her any water. There's a person who dropped a comment. This has reminded me, by the way. There's someone who dropped a comment in my last video and was like, most of Africans are usually not happy for fellow Africans when they become successful, which I agree with. I totally agree with the comment that was dropped in my last video. And that is why I said in that video, all Africans and Kenyans, we need to gather here. Therefore, let Mama enjoy her borehole. Let work be easier for her. What Marwa intends for grandma is to ensure that she's comfortable. Marwa is trying to make her life a little bit easier, a little bit good, so that she can enjoy. Do you understand? And if that is the intention of Marwa, and the subscribers are willing to support this noble cause, who are you to come and question? Who are you to come and say otherwise? Do you understand? Because by the end of the day, you've not given a dime towards the construction. At the end of the day, you still have your own people that have pending constructions. What are you doing to help them? Do you understand? Now can you remove your mouth from grandma? Let grandma enjoy. It is never easy, guys. It's never easy. And I'm so sure those neighbors, they're just looking at grandma with green eyes. Do you know green eyes? They're looking at how, with green eyes. How comes she has such a house? Why are they building for her? That is what they're saying now, at the periphery. And that is why they do not want to give her water. Because their envy. Marwa cannot build for everyone in Nyabohanse. But Marwa can help a few of people in his own community. I look at Daniel, and this is my own thoughts. Remember, you have your own opinion. If you disagree with me, let me know at the comment section. If you are also in agreement, let me know at the comment section. By the way, I read all your comments. I look at this young man, Daniel. Daniel said he's 19 years old. By the way, he's very, very young. Very, very young. He has a long way to go. He has a future ahead of him. When he was gifted $100, he said he's going to do some shoppings. And he's hoping there's someone who's going to help him go to college. I think so, college. And Mara told him he thought he was around 28 years. And there's a comment that Daniel made. Daniel said it is because of life. When you experience a lot of hardship, there's no way your skin will glow. Your skin will have a different texture. And sometimes you can look older than your real age. Your lifestyle is going to dictate how you look. Do you get what I'm saying? And Daniel talked about if he can get someone to help him. And this is a point that the naysayers have been using. I don't know what the intention is. But in my own opinion, they want Daniel to stop supporting, Brian and the grandma. Not to be anywhere near them. That is their intention. And in my own opinion as Mary TV, we have Swahili proverb. I know some of you are Swahilis. And sometimes these proverbs, in fact, I don't know whether I'm accurate or not. You let me know. There's a Swahili proverb that says, bahati ya mwenzako usilalie mlango wazi. Bahati ya mwenzako usilalie mlango wazi. if I translate it, it could mean something close to this. You know, your luck is not my luck. Do you understand? Every person has their different destination, different destiny. Our fates are not the same. Do you get it? Like, if you're my sister, do you understand? You are successful. It is not a guarantee that I have to be successful. Do you get it? I may be your sister, but I'm not that lucky enough. And therefore, I cannot just look at my sister and say, my sister is rich, or I also want to be like my sister. Like the other time we had this issue of Daniel saying he has a land and maybe someone can help him construct. Do you understand? Because of what he has been listening, you know, the naysayers pumping into his head. That is how I look at it. Yeah, Brian and the grandma are lucky. That is how I look at it. It is a matter of luck. It is a matter of destiny. I don't know whether it is fate. Let me know. Is it destiny or is it fate? Which of the two? And people came through for them. They constructed this house for them. And I feel Daniel should not have high expectations. That is how I look at it as Mary TV. Let me know what you think about this matter. Because at the end of the day, what is meant for me will come to me. What is meant for me? It may take 100 years. Hey, can we live up to 100 years? Okay. It may take long. But eventually, it's gonna find its way round and come to me. What is meant for you will come to you. No matter how long it may take. If you are a believer, a Christian, we say God's time is the best. Like, you cannot force issues. Do you know? Or rather, do you understand? You cannot force issues. If it is not your time, it can't happen. But when the time is right, God will make it happen. And you know, like, you won't believe. Like what you are seeing through Grandma's house. This is her time. I don't know whether you agree with me. This is her time that God knew would come. Imagine, look at this lady. She's old. I don't know. She could be somewhere in her early 70s or somewhere mid 70s. I don't know. I'm not sure. You can imagine all those years that she has lived in this world. Until at her age, this is when people are coming through for her. You may wonder, why couldn't it happen like 10 years ago, 20 years ago? Why now? And the answer is simple. When it is your time, it is your time. You will shine. And that is why we say, keep on clapping for people. When your time comes, people are going to clap for you. Instead of you just sitting somewhere, you're so bitter, so envious of a person. You're just criticizing a person. Why can't you clap for them and wait for your turn? That is how I look at the naysayers. They just want to criticize Marwa left and right. They can't let the Marwas be. They just want to be on their neck, to talk about what they don't know. Sometimes they create their own stories. They twist everything and they bring on the streets. If you are to be successful, why are you still struggling at this time in YouTube? Look at Maro. Maro did not start today. His time was when he started. Now when your time comes, you're going to shine. It is just a matter of time. And that is how I look at it. And Daniel's time will come. And I strongly believe if Daniel puts a lot of energy in YouTube, definitely he's going to get good rewards. Because he has the subscribers and he has the views. What else does he want? He has the views. And of course, if there's anyone of goodwill that would want to support him, they'll come. Just imagine, people will always come and find you. They'll come when you least expect. And that is why I said somewhere in this video, if you interview Grandma, Grandma will tell you, I'm so certain, in fact, like 101%, Grandma will tell you, this is something that she never foresaw in her lifetime. But because it is the right time, it is happening. And when it is the right time, people will find you, will come looking for you. Someone will just watch you, Daniel, and they'll say, I want to do this for this boy. They'll get in touch with you. After all, his numbers are somewhere here on YouTube. It is what it is. So my people, I don't want to think about this first part of the video. Let's move on to the second part of the video. Let's talk about D. Mwango. Of course, you all know Dimwango is also doing construction. I did watch a video where Dimwango was kind of sad because most of the time I like, you know, looking at people, reading their body language and, you know, facial expression and all that. I like observing. I'm a very good observer, you know. And therefore, Dimwango was lamenting the engineer is not coming at the construction site. Or rather, I don't know, he had not come for some good number of days. And Dimwango was like, should she change and get another engineer? Like, should she fire this guy? And people came out to advise Dimwango. There are those that told her if she makes a mistake and gets another engineer, the whole structure of the house will be messed up, which I strongly agree with. I know that when it comes to such type of constructions, you know, like Dimwango's construction is massive. If that house or rather villa is not the structure is not put or rather constructed well, she's gonna experience a lot of challenges. Do you understand? And it is always advised an engineer should start from the foundation up to the where, you know where, lintel. Yeah, up to the lintel. That should be the work of the engineer, so that whoever will come and do the roofing, that may be a different person, because the engineer is the mastermind of executing the design of a house. And remember, everyone, when they look at a design of a house, they interpret it differently. Do you understand? And therefore, if you keep on changing engineers, you may end up having a lot of blunders. And these are blunders that you're going to realize once the construction is done. And I remember very well Dimwango said when she started her construction, she just wants to do a fine job. Like, once she's done, like she's done forever. No breaking of walls, no expanding of rooms, no knocking over, I don't know, walls and doors and whatever. If they decided this is the color, then that will be the color. She does not want any changes. And therefore, she should listen to the advice from the subscribers. And I strongly believe these subscribers that dropped these comments, they are people that are in the know-how in matters to do with construction. It is what it is. And I also believe if Dimwango gets a foreman, you know, the foreman will be handy. And this foreman will be working very closely with the engineer. Once the engineer has given out the instructions on how work should be done, of course, an engineer cannot stay at the site for the whole day. The engineer will go away and the foreman will remain there doing, you know, doing a follow-up on the instructions from the engineer. And it will be so simple. I also feel, because I know Grandma's construction is over or almost over, depending with when you watch this video. Have that at the back of your mind. Marwa should go back to the construction site so that he can help her. Remember, Dimwango needs a man in that site. And that man is Marwa. You remember how Marwa was working with the engineer and all the people at the construction site. Like, literally, Marwa was pushing them. The way we saw, you know, when he was in charge of Grandma's construction, Marwa, like, does not play around when it comes to work. He can push you to the wall. So it is up to you either to get in the train or jump out of the train. Have you ever heard of that? Okay, so Marwa should go back to this construction site and help her. Of course, we have Uncle Mo and these other male figures in Dimwango's life that can go there and support her, because that is what she needs at the moment. You know, I looked at her and she was kind of frustrated because you are paying people. Maybe you have a target. By the end of this duration, your villa should be complete. But if we have all these delays, it can't happen. She complained about the materials that she has already taken to the site. And the materials are just there, guys. Someone can get into the site and steal, which is very, very possible. Someone can go and steal from the site. For Dimwango, what she wants is to see the construction ongoing. And this can only be possible if we have the likes of Marwa to go and sort out at the construction site. So I don't know whether I've left anything out. Guys, I have my notes here. Creating content is not vegetable, as my Yugno says. Creating content is not vegetable. Okay, finally, let's go to Priska Sagati. Priska Sagati is doing a very, very good work. We have seen her at Grandma's construction site. She's a darling to so many people. As we all know, people like her for her personality. She's a good lady. When she took the GoPro camera to Chacha Tales, in that video, I don't know whether you watched it. If you didn't, you can go and watch. In that video, there were so many people that came up with proposals. There are those that proposed Priska should be Brian's godmother. Do you understand? So that Brian can actually have like a mother figure. And a mother figure that will be, advising him and literally being there for him, guiding him and everything. And majority of the people proposed Priska Sagati. They also said Priska Sagati needs to be going to Grandma's house, just to support her and to ensure that she's doing well. And personally, I believe Priska Sagati can do that if that is what she will want to. I can feel her vibe. I can feel her, her good spirit. And she can be a very good influence to Brian, and especially towards Brian's education. We understand Brian has been in and out of school, and therefore he needs someone that can closely monitor him. And Priska Sagati can do that well. And that is why people proposed Priska Sagati. So that the naysayers cannot come out here and start attacking me and telling me this and that. These are people that have been observing Priska for the longest. These are people that have interacted with her. And they strongly believe Priska can have the right influence towards Brian. And Priska can, work closely with Grandma, including after the construction. So my guys, I don't know what you think about this video. Please drop your comment. Let's have a conversation. Don't forget to subscribe if you have never considered doing so. I am on the road to 5K subscribers. Kindly take me there. You can also check on my membership and pick a pack that is pocket friendly if you feel like doing so, and support your girl. Thank you so much and goodbye for now.